Hey creative friends, welcome to my channel and welcome to a Mrs. Wages Week 2023 video. I am so excited about this week and this collaboration because we're trying all kinds of different Mrs. Wages recipes, and the one I'm going to do right now is the one-step kimchi. This is a kimchi flavored mix, DIY, pour over fresh veggies. This is so cool. You don't even have to can this. It is just going to be made in this jar. It says in a quart or similar sized or equivalent sized container. I got this cool looking quart jar with the little locking top, and 1 pound of Napa cabbage. That's all you need to make your own kimchi, and this is just fun. I have never made this one and I'm excited about it. So what it tells me to do here, it says kimchi with old world flavors and classic chili pepper taste. Making kimchi at home has never been easier. Now, this is just their kimchi flavored mix, but you know, I am excited to make this and have it for maybe when I do some other recipe that this will make a great side for. So, it says what I'll need is a quart jar or equivalent size container and 1 pound of Napa cabbage, which should equal to 6 or 7 cups, okay? No problem. So I'm going to cut and wash the cabbage into 1 inch by 1 inch pieces. The leafy pieces of the cabbage work the best and avoid the core. Then we're going to tightly pack it into the jar, and it says it's best to pull in 1 cup of cabbage at a time and then compress it by using the long handle of a spoon, which I have right here. And then we're going to shake this mix up and pour it in over the top. And then if you need to, you can add more cabbage and shove it down there so that it raises the liquid to cover all of the cabbage that's in there. And then you refrigerate it immediately for best results. Keep it refrigerated for 24 hours and then stir it before we consume it. And it says to consume it within a week. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my awesome lettuce washer here, and I'm going to go ahead and prepare my cabbage. I'm going to chop it up into pieces, and I'm going to run it through my washer, and so that I have 6 to 7 cups, and I will be right back. All right, I've got all of my lettuce washed nicely, or my Napa cabbage washed and cut up into pieces. Now it tells me to take it a cup at a time and put it in my container, and I'm just going to kind of eyeball what a cup is. We're going to make that work. Get some green pieces. I know I love this. And I realize this is probably not your traditional kind of kimchi, but it's going to taste great. And I'm just going to use this delicious serve it with some rice. Or I even heard somebody that puts kimchi on pizza. Never heard of that. I mean, I've never done it, but I've heard it's a doable thing. So I'm going to put some more of these in here real quick. Mash these down so that they're nice and tight in the jar. And then when this is done, I'm going to put this in the fridge for 24 hours. Then I'll come back. Oh, I can just push that down. And we'll see how it tastes. But I think it's good with all kinds of stuff. We actually went to Korea. I went on Brian, when he was in the Navy, we were stationed in Japan. The Navy ships would go over and they'd take this family day and take everybody to Korea. So that was cool. So we went over there, and you could smell the kimchi being made. They had the big kimchi pots on top of the buildings, and you could see them up there. And I actually got one of those great big giant kimchi pots, which was kind of cool. I still have it, but I don't make kimchi in it because it's huge. Great big thing. Okay, so hopefully that's enough there. Now, what I'm going to do, I'll just use the rest of this and get it in there. And I'm going to shake up the Mrs. Wages. It says to shake this. Now it says tightly pack, compress. I've compressed it. And then it says by using the long handle of a spoon, but I think I got that because my hand will fit in there nicely. Then shake the kimchi flavored mix, open and pour over the cabbage. Make sure the cabbage is fully covered by the mix. If the mix doesn't cover the cabbage completely, add more cabbage to the jar to raise the level of the mix, and then we'll secure the lid. So let me give this a shake. Oh, wonder what it smells like. It's gonna be awesome. So this is fun. This isn't like a canning thing, but it's a Mrs. Wages thing. And honestly, I just like the idea of making your own stuff. I just think it always tastes better. Ooh, I'm going to tell you what, I can smell how good this is already. Ooh, it smells good. Okay, whew. I am excited about this. If you could smell, if I could do a smelling video, it would be awesome. But you can see in there, okay. So now I'm going to pour this over. Watch it run down in between those bits of cabbage. Might have to, ooh, it looks like it's just perfect. And you know, Mrs. Wages has all kinds of different products too. There's like Mrs. Wages alum, there's like vinegar, there's canning salt, there's all kinds of different Mrs. Wages products. Ooh, I can see the chili bits in there. This smells so good. Actually smells, there's all different kinds of kimchi too, but I think this is going to be amazing. I can tell. Now I'm going to smash this down so that the level of the liquid is above the cabbage because you want it to mix in there good. I could even put one of those weights on there if I wanted to, but I think this is going to be okay because it's not fermenting. It's only just going to sit in the fridge for about 24 hours. And I'm going to keep mashing it until the liquid is all the way to the top. Let me use the bigger end. There we go. That's what I'm looking for. Okay. So it's pretty submerged. Smashes down good. Okay. I think that's pretty good. Get it in there. Wish you could smell it because it smells great. Now I would use a wide mouth quart jar. This jar, I'm going to have to come back and kind of smash it down a little bit to make sure it's held down beneath the brine or the kimchi mix. So there you have it. That looks delicious and it smells super good. Now I'm just going to close it up and I'm going to put this in the fridge. And in 24 hours, we're going to come back and see how the Mrs. Wages one-step kimchi mix turns out. Okay, it is kimchi taste test time. I just want you to see it. Look at that. It looks so good. And it smells phenomenal. And I'm excited about this because I want to do a little taste test. And let's see. Oh, yeah. Oh, it smells so good. I am excited about this. So, let me do a little taste test for you. Okay, let's try this. It smells so good. I'm just going to take a little bite here. A little green. There you go. Let's see. That is good. Ooh, I got a little pepper. Ooh, it's zippy, but it's so good. I love it. You know what? This is going to be phenomenal. Hang on, I'm going to show you something. Okay, I wanted to bring you back down here because I want you to see. So, it's super good. And you know what I'm thinking? You know how I make my own stuff. My recipes are kind of out of my head. I'm thinking about taking this. Of course, it's always good with rice. Kimchi, you know, with just some rice. But taking a little bit of this brine and put it over some chicken. Let it marinate just a little bit, like a boneless, skinless, tenderized chicken breast. Put that on the grill. And I'm going to put that with a little rice and a little kimchi, and that is going to be a delicious dinner. So I am excited about this Mrs. Wages one-step kimchi mix. It's delicious, and I hope you guys give it a try. And if you use it in different ways of cooking, let me know. And I'm particularly interested in kimchi on pizza. I've heard people do that. I've never have. But if you do it, let me know. So give it a try, Mrs. Wages kimchi. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.